I don't know what it is. For some reason, common sense went out the window back in 2012 when George Lucas sold the company to Disney. And I'm not saying that in the ways of Disney doesn't have common sense when they're making these Star Wars projects. I'm saying that in the words of the Star Wars fandom has seemingly lost the common sense. Now, I'm talking about it in obviously a very, very general terms here, because I know many of you Star Wars fans, a lot of you in the chat today, are very sensible people, very smart individuals. But the people online that you see, the so-called haters, they lost common sense a long time ago. They are trying to find any little detail that they can latch onto and say, this is bad. This is a reason for you not to like this. This is a reason that Disney is bad. Star Wars is bad. This is bad. That's what they're always looking for. The bad. And here's the deal. This is the exact same thing that Star Wars creators, George Lucas himself included, have been saying for decades. And the greatest example of this is last week. Literally last week, we were talking about George Nolfi and how he said that Star Wars is so political, just like how he's writing this script, because Star Wars has always been about politics, from the original trilogy to the prequel trilogy. And we were all like, yes, he gets it. He fully understands Star Wars. This is exactly what George Lucas was talking about. Woohoo, we got a good writer on this Rey movie. We did it. And now, 1 week later, 1 week, we are talking about the exact same story, the exact same thing. But the only difference is Daisy Ridley is the one who said it, not George Nolfi. And now it's completely changed. The reaction from the Star Wars fandom has completely flipped 180 on its head. She's an idiot. This is horrible. This movie is ruined. There's no chance that she doesn't understand Star Wars. This isn't. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I don't know when common sense left the building, but it did a long time ago. And the fact that it's almost comical at this point, because last week George Nolfi said the same thing about how Star Wars is political, and everybody's like, oh my God, this guy gets it. This guy's a good writer. He could make a good movie. And 1 week later, Daisy Ridley says the exact same thing, and all hell breaks loose. She doesn't get Star Wars. She doesn't understand it. It's woke. It's this. It's that. It's insane. I just don't get it. Do we really not like Daisy Ridley that much? Is the sequel trilogy really that important to these people who didn't like it? I'm lost.